Hello and welcome to the Curiosity and Consciousness podcast. The intention of this podcast is to open your mind, get curious about yourself and connect to the power you hold within. I am your host, Karen Maloney, an inside-out coach, helping you to believe in yourself and manifest your desires. Check out the podcast, available on all platforms, and go to my website, www.karenmaloney.com for all info. Hello everybody. Welcome. It's me, Karen Maloney, and thanks for tuning in for another episode. I hope wherever you were or in Ireland that you had a great St. Patrick's Day last week and for the first time in like 2 years got to celebrate. So this week's episode again is a short one from me on a topic that's so common that I talk with and work with clients all the time, because it's like the great cosmic joke that, you know, we have so much power than we realize again. But before that, I just want to invite you to join me next Tuesday, the 29th of March at 7:30 p.m. Irish time online for a free masterclass. So I'm doing a free masterclass info evening session on silent counselling. So you can learn more about what it is, this simple but really powerful modality that can help you to unburden yourself and release yourself of emotional wounds and traumas, as well as physical aches and pains and chronic issues in the body. So doing a free info session, free masterclass, Tuesday, the 29th of March, 7:30 p.m. for an hour. So come join me. Register now for free. You can go to my website, karenmaloney.com, and click the shop section and you will see it there, or go to www.karenmaloney.com/product/masterclass, and I will also see if I can link it here as well in the show notes. So I look forward to seeing you then, and you can ask some questions and we'll do a little practice session, and yeah, just a really fun informal evening. So then today's short share that I want to share with you is really the crux of everything. And it's the truth that our thoughts create our reality. Our dominant subconscious thoughts create our reality. And this is not the first time I've mentioned this, but it's because it's so important, but yet we're so oblivious as well sometimes. And it's that idea that we are our own incarcerator, but we're also our own liberator. Nobody else can do it for us. It's only me living my life. And that's not to say we won't face challenges or difficulties, or diminishing the fact that so many people have been through so many different challenges, difficulties, scenarios, traumas, abuses, whatever. Absolutely. And it's not about denying those either, but also it's not living there. It's remembering our power. It's awakening to the fact again that the past has no hold over us in this present moment, because right now it doesn't exist. It does not exist. There is no way for the past to exist right now. It only exists through our thinking about it. It is through our thoughts. So again, and this is the work in unlearning these now subconscious programmed habitual ways of thinking that keep bringing us back to these old stories, these old memories, this old past, and re-experiencing it again in the present. So it's catching ourselves when this happens, you know, processing if there's an emotion or a trauma coming up. And that's why something like silent counselling is so powerful, or some other healing modality to help release that emotional and energetic component, because that's always a part of it. But it's also choosing new thoughts, choosing to free ourselves, choosing to no longer feel like a victim, choosing to create new empowering beliefs, even if they seem like quote unquote lies in the beginning and we don't believe them. It is choosing them anyway, repeating them consistently so they become a new program and they create our new reality. And Neville Goddard, who was like a metaphysical teacher from the 20s and 30s, he talks about this technique called living in the end. So you live in the end as the person you want to be. So you already feel like you are that person. You already think like you are that person that you want to be. And that's how we create a new reality as well, because our present reality that we are living has been created from our subconscious habitual thinking. So it's like an old story. It's like an old program that's playing. It's like there's a delay in the transmission. So the reality we're living is like a delayed reaction of our previous thoughts that we've had, whether yesterday, last week, last month, the last 10 years, whatever. So in order to live a new experience, we have to start thinking new thoughts. That's how the new reality comes about. It's not about fighting against and consistently thinking about the challenges now. It's seeing them, being aware, processing them, accepting what is, and still choosing a new reality. And even if you look at some of the top people in the world, so whether Jennifer Lopez, Oprah, Ariana Grande, Drake, Will Smith, I've seen so many videos of, this is the secret to creating our reality. And this is what they do all the time. They talk about how our thoughts create. They talk about how they visualized. They told themselves, I am a super successful Grammy winning singer, or I am the highest paid Hollywood actor. They told themselves for years and years and years, even though people laughed at them, called them crazy, whatever the case may be, they told themselves consistently. They believed it within themselves first and foremost. So then it became a reality. And this is something I work with, one of the crux of my work with people. That's why I call myself an inside out coach, because we have to shift our inner dialogue, our inner pictures, our inner beliefs, our inner experiences first in order for it to appear in our external world. We can keep changing the external, but without changing the internal first and foremost of what we believe is possible for us, and value our own opinion and worthiness of our own dreams over what other people may think, and we consistently believe in ourselves, that's how we create a new reality. And as they say as well, people might call you crazy. I also say though as well, you don't have to share with people. This is your own internal world. This is your own internal heaven, sacred ground and temple within your body that you live in. So you don't have to share with anyone. You don't have to tell people your big dreams or what you affirm to yourself or the mantras you tell yourself. Don't share. Do it internally yourself, because most people will call you crazy, tell you you're not good enough, try to hold you back, tell you it'll never work or whatever the case may be. And they will try and distract you sometimes for going for it, or like that. They'll just laugh at you and make jokes about you, or be like, oh, look at her and her notions, or whatever the case may be. But again, that will only happen for a while if you choose to share. And then eventually, when you start living your truth and your reality, living out your dreams, well, then everyone wants to know what you did. And then you're all like the hot topic and people want to know. So, don't share, but do start telling yourself new stories internally in order to shift your reality. And even if you don't know what you want just yet, just go general and even start saying things like, things are always working out for me. I am so loved and respected. I am supported by money consistently. I have money come to me in unexpected ways. I am the conscious creator in my life. I am in my power. I create my reality. I manifest quickly and easily. Things always work out for me. I am a force for good. I am a bright light. I am whatever. Our dominant I ams that we say to ourselves, again, create our reality. And so many times we can tell ourselves really unpleasant stories like, I am lazy. I'm no good. I am poor. Things never work out for me. I'm lazy. I'm sad. I'm tired. I'm depressed. And again, it's not about denying any of these. It's processing the old stories, the old programs, but it is consistently and consciously and intentionally choosing new words, new mantras, new stories in order to create a new reality for yourself. That's the way it starts always. So that's just a short share. Just what are you even saying to yourself consistently on a day-to-day basis? And again, this can take some work sometimes because they're so habitual and they're subconscious. We often don't even see them, or we're not even aware of what we're thinking. Take some time again, sit down and note what are your most habitual dominant thoughts. And if any of them are really negative or limiting, flip them. Create them into a positive and start telling yourself the new story until you actually begin to believe like, oh yeah, I am always supported. Things always work out for me. And again, that doesn't mean we will never face challenges, but we have a whole new internal perspective and story. So we won't read them or experience them in the same way. And then we can just evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve. When you get to one level, you keep then expanding and growing into the next level and the next set of beliefs and stories that you want to tell yourself. And that's how lasting, gradual change happens. And that's how we come back into our power. Because again, it's the old cliches, every religion, every old metaphysical text, the truth that they talk about, as in we are the power. God is within, and I don't mean God in the religious sense, but that source, that universal consciousness, the power to create, the answers, everything lies within, and it all lies within and is dependent on our internal thoughts and dialogue and belief systems that we hold. So I invite you, start telling yourself a new story and just let go of the old stories. And yes, it can be really difficult. And yes, it sometimes feels like a battle. But eventually your mind just gets with the program as well. And it's like, oh, it becomes a new familiar. So it doesn't question it anymore. So what are your dominant thoughts? And what are new, more empowering ways that you can flip them in order to feel better? If you're like, oh, I'm so tired, start telling yourself, I'm full of energy and vibrant. It feels so good to be full of energy and vibrant. If you're constantly saying, I'm broke or I don't have the money, start telling yourself, I'm always supported by money. I always have more than enough. Things always work out for me. Again, whatever the case may be, write down what you habitually think in the first place and then flip it, change it, and start telling that story. Let me know how you get on. And again, as always, if anyone wants to work one-to-one, whether in coaching or on silent counselling, reach out, send me a message, support@KarenMaloney.com. That's support@KarenMaloney.com. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, the 29th of March, 7:30 p.m. Again, go to my website, KarenMaloney.com, click the shop section and you will find the link for the free masterclass. Register there and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.